We cater to you. Let me cater to you. Let me cater to you. I wanna let you know, girl, that you know that I am what you do. So let me reassure you, my love will be purpose without you. If I want it, I'm gonna ask you. Flying to be better, challenge me for the better. What do you let me cater to you?
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and happy Sunday. We got an interesting story today to bring out to the masses. This young little girl went to a dentist's office. They liked the dentist. They decided to get work done for the little girl. They didn't know that their little girl wasn't going to come back how she went in. So this video is interesting. It happened in Houston. A local dentist failed to meet the patient's medical need, and it resulted in her becoming, in a sense, paralyzed. She can't talk, she can't speak, she can't hear, and it's a terrible situation that happened. This is the dentist that did it to her. She was negligent in all of her dealings with this particular child's case, and she no longer has a license to practice. So I don't even know if she's working at this point or if she's in jail for the infractions that she did with this child. But it's coming out of Houston, Texas, and I wonder if anybody can get this video to Beyonce, because I know she can show up and show out for this little girl. That's something they should be doing, like benefits concerts and seeing if local celebrities or, like I said, big heavy hitters like Beyonce, see what she can do to contribute financially to this woman's plight, because they won a very large lawsuit, which was 95.5 million, but in hopes that they will see any of this money is very dim. But let's go into the story itself. It came from ABC13.com. It's a local news station down there in Houston, Texas. And it is written by Brianna Connor. And I guess she works for ABC 13 newscasting station. And she titled her piece, Houston Family Awarded 95.5 million after daughter suffered brain damage during 2016 dental appointment. See, this story is still lingering, but yet, I mean, this story is old, but yet it's still lingering because evidently nothing has really been done financially and medically for this little girl. So, or not up to the par that the family feels they needed from this lawsuit, or this lady's what do you call it? It's when they have insurance for malpractice. That's it, malpractice insurance. So I don't know why they ain't trying to pay, but I know they did do some GoFundMe's, but that was in May of this year. So I'm like, what is going on? Why is nobody listening to this mother and daughter's plight? I mean, she was a Medicaid recipient, so shouldn't the government be doing something to this for this little girl and her family? So that's something they need to look into. Her lawyer needs to look into, because Medicaid is paying or paid this lady or lady dentist money. I'm sure she's not the only Medicaid recipient that this former dentist worked on. So I'm pretty sure she had to have more other clients for Medicaid to kind of jump in and see what they can do for us, this little girl's longevity. I mean, can't walk, can't speak, can't hear, can't see. That's too much for any one family to handle. But anyway, it says Nivea Hall 10 now requires 24-hour medical care as she can no longer see, speak, walk, or eat on her own. Houston, Texas, a Houston area family was awarded 95.5 million after their then 4-year-old daughter suffered brain damage during a dentist visit in 2016. However, the family may never actually collect the cash. After a 3-day trial, a jury found that former dentist Bethany Jefferson was negligent in her treatment of Nivea Hall, who suffered drug-induced seizures and oxygen deprivation at the Diamond Dental Practice in Houston in January of 2016. According to a release from the family's attorney, Nivea was improperly restrained and sedated during treatment for decayed teeth. Nivea's parents, Carissa Clark and Derek Hall, also alleged that Jefferson kept the young girl, who is now 10 years old, away from her mother after she began having seizures. The 10-year-old is conscious, but as a result of the incident, she requires 24-hour medical care as she can no longer see, speak, walk, or eat on her own, her family testified in the trial. The problem is the dentist had long since paid the pittance that she could pay. Now we're sitting in here and we're screwed, Jim Moratti, one of the family's attorneys, said. The jury's decision still leaves Clark and Hall to figure out how to care for their severely disabled daughter. Moratti, however, said it could stop what happened to Nivea from happening to another child. This jury has heard more evidence of corruption in the Medicaid dental system This jury has heard more evidence of corruption in the Medicaid dental system than any jury in this country. After they heard that evidence, they came back with a verdict that said, your damages are huge. That's more than a moral victory. This is a message to every crooked dentist in this country that if you abuse our vulnerable children, if you take advantage of them, if you steal from the taxpayer, we will hold you accountable, Moratti said. It was definitely worth it to get justice for Nivea, Clark said. In November 2016, the Texas Dentist Board revoked Jefferson's medical license. A year later, Jefferson was indicted by a Harris County grand jury on charges of intentionally and knowingly, by omission, causing serious bodily injury to a child by failing to seek and provide adequate medical attention. The trial is set to start in October. It's another attempt at accountability that could deliver more meaningful justice to a woman who still has big dreams for her daughter. I definitely can see her walk and talk again, Clark said. For updates on this story, follow Brianna Connor on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay? So, it seems like they should be enlisting, to me, help within the community, within the government system, and within celebrities that feel for this young lady and her daughter and have the means to do so. I mean, they've always doing, charitable telethons that we've much more seen in the past than we do now. I think they still have telethons going on, but they have them for leukemia victims. They have them for children cancer. Why not have something similar to for this young lady who's definitely is going to be disabled for pretty much the rest of her life? She's going to face a lot of uphill battles with her mobility, her speech, and just, what do you call it, mental health status, because it's so daunting and it's so pressing on the brain, the body, and the temperament of any individual that's caring for a disabled child. So definitely, we need to follow this case and see if there are any other updates that would come, or see if anybody is doing anything far as the local community and the local artists. Why aren't they helping out? I mean, it's a humanitarian type cause. We have money for that. We definitely can raise money for that. So why not enlist some of that help for this young girl? We got it? Well, you take it down. Take it out. I tell you, they always coming bothering me. Yeah. Oh, I guess you got to take it out the package and put the meat in the water. No, Mom, just tell Mom to do it. Just take it out for right now. And then in an hour, go on, Johnson. See how my daughter just bothers me? They see I'm taping, and they come ask me crucial questions about today and what we gonna eat and all this stuff and who gonna prepare it. Ain't that a bunch of mess? But I'm glad y'all, my family, I understand. They always do this, so just get accustomed to me being interrupted here and there when I'm putting out a story, okay? But let's hear what the audio video that they got when they were talking about this particular topic. Miss Brianna Connor had recorded this. Okay? Oh, goodness gracious. Why is my phone doing that? Okay. No, that's not the one, guys. Oh. let's see if I can come back in. Okay. Oop. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Hold on, guys. That's a temporary setback. I want y'all to hear the audio of the case. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, here we go.
Family is getting justice. A jury awarded them nearly $100 million in a case of negligence against their daughter's former dentist.
10-year-old Nevaeh was only 4 when the dentist restrained and sedated her during treatment for a broken tooth. The little girl never recovered and can no longer see, speak, walk, or eat on her own. ABC 13's Brianna Connor is live with what the jury's decision means for Nevaeh and her family. Brianna?
Well, they concluded that this dentist is 100% responsible for Nevaeh's injuries. However, the family's attorney tells me it's not likely they'll see a dime of the damages they want. A little girl who used to talk, dance, and run around is now nonverbal and has been confined to a wheelchair ever since a visit to the Diamond Dental practice in 2016.
We were just a normal family, and when that happened, everything just changed.
Though the jury found Nathaniel Jefferson liable for Nevaeh's life-altering injuries, the family likely won't collect the $95.5 million for pain and anguish, physical impairment, or medical expenses.
The problem is the dentist long since paid the pittance that she could pay, and so now we're sitting here and we're screwed.
The jury's decision still leaves Carissa Clark to figure out how to care for her severely disabled daughter, though attorney Jim Moriarty says it could stop what happened to Nevaeh from happening to another child.
This jury has heard more evidence of corruption and dishonesty in the Medicaid dental system than any jury in this country. And after they heard that evidence, they came back with a verdict that said, your damages are huge. That's way more than a moral victory. That is a message to every crooked dentist in this country that if you abuse our vulnerable children, if you take advantage of them, if you steal from the taxpayers, we will hold you accountable.
It was definitely worth it.
Jefferson is no longer allowed to practice, and her criminal trial is set to start next month. Another attempt at accountability that could deliver more meaningful justice for a woman who still has big dreams for her daughter.
Definitely see her walk and talk again.
In Houston, I'm Brianna Connor, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Okay, guys, and my only thing is when you have children that small and they are undergoing dental procedures or medical procedures such as that, you need to advocate for yourself and your child. You need to be right there in the room watching everything that's going on. Now, I know the dentist office is a little bit smaller. Their setup of how they are working on their patients in the room, dimensions, or the space that's needed. But when you have a child that young and then you're sedating them with that nose oxygen as well as anesthesia, you need to be present, and you need to have definitely know about things that are going wrong. And why the dentist that's set up there and tried to shield or hide that the daughter was having seizures, instead of her calling the parent back there and asking her, has she had these seizures before, just to do anything that would be positive for the situation when it was happening at that moment. I mean, did the lady tell her staff to call 911? Was she trained in first aid, CPR care? These are things that, the doctor should have been knowing anyway, is to perform CPR on a patient that's unconscious or start having seizures and what to do. I mean, they go to school. I'm sure they take a class in preventive measures or have a system in place for preventive measures to stop, outside forces such as, seizure or heart attack. You got to know what to do in those certain situations. So, inevitable, she was negligent in those in that type of situation. because the girl probably was depleted of oxygen traveling to her brain and everything. So that's probably was the pitfall. The child didn't get no oxygen from the situation, and it made different things shut down in her body, and that's why she is where she is now. But hey, we believe in miracles, we believe in prayer, and if they are a prayerful family, anything can happen at any given moment on any given day. So we just keep her in prayer and her family in prayer, and hopefully they'll get through this situation in an outstanding way. But yeah, having benefits, having telethons for this little girl would be definitely a win-win situation. But that's all I got for this story. I don't have any more, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye-bye.